Secret Life of Pets, I believe the sixth animated film to have been released by Illumination Entertainment. They also brought us the first two Despicable Me movies, which I kind of enjoyed, and the Minions, which I was actually very disappointed by, and I almost fell asleep. But when I see the trailer for the newest release, the latest release, it actually looked quite entertaining, and I have been looking forward to checking The Secret Life of Pets out. So this film opens up with a Minions short, and that was quite entertaining. I actually found that a lot more entertaining than the actual Minions movie itself. And for me personally, it made me realise that the Minions, for me, doesn't actually work as a feature-length movie, but as a short, like what you get at the beginning of The Secret Life of Pets, I think they would do pretty well. So when it comes to the plot, really, the simplest way of me explaining the plot to this movie is this is almost like a rip-off of the first Pixar animated movie, which is Toy Story. If anyone of you have actually seen Toy Story, the plot is almost identical to this movie, only you're replacing the toys with animals. Now that's not saying it's a negative, because I did actually really enjoy this film, and I think kids are gonna love this movie. But when it comes to the originality of the plot, it isn't anything special. There's nothing original in terms of story at all, and it's pretty much seen it before, but it is pretty enjoyable, and I think this film kind of survives on it's got a lot of gags throughout the film, and a lot of references to other movies, such as, from the top of my head, I think there was Alien, The Matrix, The Fugitive, and there were a couple of others. And this film is kept afloat by those kind of constant running gags throughout the film, because again, when it comes to the story, this is for me anyway, was a rip-off of Toy Story. But I think what kind of how this film survives is that actual comedic aspect, and I gotta be honest with you, I did chuckle a few times myself, not kind of laughed out loud, but I did kind of giggle a little bit to myself on certain points. There was a reference to the Alien film, which kind of really did make me laugh a little bit. That was quite funny. But again, I feel like they were trying to replicate a lot of the humour that you see from the Pixar films, and I couldn't help but feel that this film was trying to be a Pixar film, but it just didn't quite, hit that mark. The voice acting in this movie was okay. To be honest, I don't think there was anything really special about the actual voice talent, but I wasn't particularly blown away by the actual voice talent or the voice acting in this movie. There's also a couple of moments that you would have seen from the trailers that I really enjoyed, which is when you first start getting the first couple of scenes where it shows what these animals get up to when their owners are away. And there's the one scene with a poodle, and he puts the rock music on, and this poodle is just rocking out to this rock music, and it's simple, but I just found it really, really funny, and I like that. There's also a moment, which is also in the trailer, so I'm not really spoiling anything, but it's where the rabbit gets excited and he shits himself, basically. And it's a very small, simple moment, but it made me chuckle, and I like that. And this film, again, was kept afloat by that sort of, slapstick kind of humour. There's a particular scene that I really liked, and I actually thought I was tripping out at one moment. And it's a scene where you got the two lead animals, or two lead pets, you could say. Max, the Jack Russell, and Duke, who is a Newfoundland dog, I believe. And they both kind of go into this, they're looking for food, and they go into this factory, and it's a hot dog warehouse slash factory, and there's a scene in there where they're on the conveyor belt, and they kind of I'm not going to say too much, but I actually thought, you'll know when you see it, but it's got all these hot dogs, and to me it was like a hot dog version of the Minions. But at one moment I actually thought to myself, am I tripping out by you? Because it was quite amusing, and I found it quite funny. But there's one of those moments, I thought for myself anyway, kind of got a bit dark. And there are some dark moments in this film, particularly for a movie that's certificate with a U. There were only one or two dark moments, but I was surprised by them. But overall, kids will really enjoy this movie, and I think it kept my attention throughout, and even though it was pretty simple, again, I kind of regard this quite similar to the like the previous films, which are like Despicable Me and Despicable Me 2 and the Minions. I don't think they don't have as much heart as the Disney animated movies or the Pixar animated movies have, but they're almost there. So yeah, this is a very entertaining film, and it's for all ages. I think adults will find a lot to find amusing and entertaining from this, just as the kids will. And there are a lot of references that only the older kind of audience would actually understand, such as the alien reference, which I really, really like that. I think this movie's biggest flaw is just not quite being original enough with its story and the imagination. It just wasn't quite original enough. But overall, it is entertaining, and people of all ages will definitely enjoy this. I will be giving The Secret Life of Pets a B-. My next review will be absolutely fabulous. I didn't actually plan on reviewing or even going to see this film actually, but I am going to see it, and I'll be seeing it tomorrow night, so I will be bringing you a review on that Thursday. Again, thank you for watching. I feel like I need to apologise in this particular video of the actual lighting in my videos. I'm very aware the lighting in my videos is quite poor at the moment. I am kind of slowly and gradually investing into my channel. I do plan on investing in some decent lighting very soon actually, so I do apologise in advance for the poor lighting in my videos. But again, thank you for watching, and I will be seeing you soon.